I'm just showing that the winch doesn't work. All it does is click both directions. Also, if you noticed on the left over there, I broke the release lever that makes it crucible. The winch stopped working. I had my receiver hitch hooked to my big truck that was stuck in the yard, and the winch was hooked to a tree, so my truck was in the middle of the two, and the winch quit working. I couldn't release the tension off the winch in order to get the cable unhooked, so I released the winch under tension like you're never supposed to do, and it broke the gearing housing lever off of it and the housing. And here I'm just taking the winch off, getting it ready to repair. These bolts, whoever put this thing on there, it was on the truck whenever I bought it, but whoever put it on there, I think they half cross-threaded the bolts and or they're corroded in there or something. I'm going to take a tap and clean that out when I go back together with it. And take it in here and work on it on the kitchen table like you can only do if you're single. Taking these tie rods off, these things are quite corroded up and doesn't really want to come loose too easily. Somebody called on the phone, had to stop, take a break. Can't get this one out. It seems like it wants to twist off, so I'm gonna leave it alone for the time being. Using these here channel locks because I'm too lazy to go find the socket that fits these bolts. I'm getting new bolts anyway with the new motor. There we go. Finally got it out of there. Bearing feels good. These hose clamps off of here. Solenoid pack over out of the way. Leaving the wires connected to the motor, so when I get the new motor, it'll be easy to swap it over and kind of tell how the wires are routed and everything. Oh, that looks pretty good, doesn't it? Corroded up. Yeah, the brush broke off of that darn thing. Could be a problem. That broke off too. I would say that's why it won't work. Yeah, look at that mess. I would say the motor is pretty well garbage. The bearing's bad. It's all corroded up. I mean, you could polish it up. The part where the brushes go is junk. Just taking these 10 bolts out here. Remove this gear in housing. That's where the lever goes that I broke off with a slide. This ring in there slides back and forth and lets it free spool. These are your Planetary gear sets here. They all look in good shape. According to what I was looking at part numbers on Warren's website, looks like the Planetaries for the M12000, the M15000 That's the difference in the two winches. They both have the same motor. There's two Planetaries that's different. What you should be able to swap the two Planetaries out and turn a 12 into a 15. But I'm going to put a 6-horse motor on this, which should make it around a 15, and not have to buy these the extra Planetaries to get that, because the motor was like the same price as the 4.6. And the 6-horse motor is a worn motor. It comes on the 9500 XP worn, and it's like for the Jeeps and stuff, for a little faster winch. But I'm going to put that motor on here. It should fit. It should make this winch around a 15,000 pound or so winch running that motor. Sweet. Alright, so this is the old motor, and this is what happened here. This is the brushes, and you can see that's become corroded and rotted off of the terminal there. And the other side over here is the same way. Now, I could probably fix that if I wanted to try hard enough, but it's kind of a pain in the butt to take this motor off and take this whole thing apart. So I ordered a new motor. This is a 4.6 horsepower motor, and I ordered a 6-horse motor that is supposed to fit on here. From what I read on the internet, you're supposed to be able to, these motors are pretty much similar on a lot of the winches, so I'm going to try that. This motor here has a lot of corrosion in it. Like I say, you might could polish it up. That bearing don't sound real good, and you might polish it up and make it work, but I'm not going to try that. Got a new gear housing coming. Gear in housing, where I broke this one right here where the lever is supposed to go to release the tension. Got a new cable coming, new clevis hook. The brake and everything looks okay. I'll show you how this brake here works. Use my camera there. This brake here goes inside at the end of the drum there. The way it works is spring loaded. See the spring in there? And it's got these brake shoes that go on just like that. There's 3 of them around it. And these cones spread apart whenever you release the tension. You can see it's got a little collar. Anyway, it's spring loaded, and see how that's trying to go together? It pushes the brake pads against the inside of the drum in there, and there ain't much to it. But anyway, so hopefully the parts will be here and get all this back assembled. Hopefully that 6-horse motor fits like they say it will, and I'll update when we get it all going back together.